And welcome in to the campus of Drury University here at Springfield, Missouri. We are live with Golden Wednesday, as every single game on the feature court will be a gold ball game. And that first basket is good for James Carpenter. This is a boys 16U 7A gold ball game between the Oklahoma Flame and the Shoreline Breakers out of Michigan. The Breakers in the blue uniforms with the white numbers, and Flame in the white uniforms with the black and red trim. We want to thank you for joining us on this broadcast. My name is Paul Gilmore alongside Jeremy Caldwell, bringing you the action today from Drury O'Reilly Family Event Center. Shoreline's taking a quick 2-0 lead. Almost nearly got another one was Jonathan Carpenter. And then coming the other way is the Flame. Breakers, another shot attempt no good from Tommy Doctor.
Breakers come out and a lot of aggressiveness here and a lot of active hands tipping the balls, and the Flame just haven't been able to get anything going early.
A lot of times with these early morning games, granted this one's not 8 a.m., but 10 a.m. start sometimes takes the teams a little bit to get going. That three-pointer is on the way, and that is too strong off the back iron from Dewey. Offensive rebound put back no good. Third chance. That three-pointer, nope. Passed inside. Stripped away by Carpenter. Breakers looking to extend the lead. On the inside, nice drive, rolled off the rim from James Carpenter. Bell headed the other way. Bell is going to drive it in through the defense and get the Flame on the board, 2-2. Breakers lost the handle. Dawson Bell coming the other way for the Flame. In the corner, three-pointer on the way. Off the back iron, no good from Whitaker. Carpenter so fast. Had a layup but lost the handle, and then driving the other way. And that layup attempt is up and good for Tommy Doctor.
Yeah, the Shoreline have come out and been really trying to push the tempo and trying to see if they can run the Flame here.
Three-pointer on the way, off on the left side. No good from Daniel Turner. That three-pointer from Doctor short. Offensive rebound is controlled by Alec Riggs, and then he finds Ben Doctor on the inside, and just like that, it's 6-2 Breakers.
And that's a quick three-person off the bench to the scorer's table there for the Flame. See if he can try to get a little rhythm. Trying to find a spark in his team.
Bell's going to fire up the three. No good, off the back iron.
Yeah, Oklahoma's not getting many second chance opportunities as the Shoreline are getting really good defensive rebounds and blocking out well.
Shoreline's done a great job attacking every time they've had the ball. They've attacked the basket. They've shot a couple of three-pointers, but all of their points have come from the inside. That three-pointer off the left side, no good. Rebound controlled by the Flame. McGill gets it ahead to Bell. That shot attempt might have been blocked by Doctor. And Jeremy, one thing you'll notice about this Oklahoma Flame 16U team is every single one of these boys is their 18U team.
Yeah, they played a lot of games, and we've seen them the last few years here at Nationals as they've been playing quite a few years together. So
that three-pointer, no good. Turner, good rebound.
You know, they've been here before. Coach Bell has built a strong program here in the Flame. I believe this is the second year that they've been a program.
And we're going to have a timeout early on in the game. 2:41 to go in the first quarter. Breakers lead 6-2 over Oklahoma Flame. And want to give you a reminder on this particular game. It is a 7A gold ball game. So I mentioned early in the broadcast that this is Golden Wednesday. And what that means for us here at Nationals is that every single game on the feature court at Evangel and here at Drury is going to be a gold ball game. So these teams have been playing in their brackets Monday and Tuesday to play towards a gold ball. And so the teams that win the games here today receive a gold ball trophy as well as some other hardware for their program. And then they advance into the Gold Ball Showdown Series. So the teams that win today win the gold ball, and then tomorrow would be the equivalent of the national semifinal. And then if they win that, they move on to the Undisputed Championship on Friday. So always a big deal. A lot of teams, a lot of programs are looking for some of that hardware. And kind of fun, Jeremy, to get some of that in the middle of the week.
Yes, it is. This is basically kind of a two-part tournament that people come for. Is Gold Ball Wednesday and then Championship Friday. So here we are halfway through the week, and get the teams get their first chance to pick up some nice hardware to take home. And like you had mentioned, all day today here at Drury and all day at Evangel. So should be a lot of good close games. I don't expect too many blowouts in these games because this is the best of the best. Here we're getting to the Elite Eight status of these age groups, so it's gonna be a fun one.
Also fun, too, to see a lot of the different programs that compete for gold balls. I mentioned right before we started that I'm not sure where in their program history, as Bell gets the basket, I'm not sure if Shoreline Breakers are brand new or if they're a team that's been here before, but I have not heard of them before, so it's fun to see them competing for a gold ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're from the state of Michigan, and I don't know too much about the program. So they come out full of energy. Doesn't look like it's their first time as they knock down a deep three there.
Alec Riggs is the fourth different breaker to score, and they have taken a 9-4 lead. Good drive. Tyler Neal scores for Flame.
That's back-to-back possessions that the Flame have gotten easy back buckets at the basket by Bell and that player there. So it's just starting to get in a little rhythm. They come out a little flat. They're only down 3, 9-6, but you got to think they got to settle in. They have the height advantage across the board here against Shoreline. They just, a little rattled here. Early morning games, these 16U games, you've coached that age group before, having to play early in the mornings. Although 10 o'clock's not too early, but it's still not late afternoon ball game.
Great left-hand finish by Doctor. He went up to the right and was getting challenged by Bell and switched in the air to his left to lay that in. Shoreline noticed that the Flame are in a brand new defense. They're playing a 3-2 now, so we'll see how the Breakers decide to attack that. Nice step-through move for Grossi. 30 seconds left in the opening period of this boys 16U 7A gold ball game.
Yeah, last three possessions, both teams just trading buckets right now. Still at a 3-point game, 11-8. Shoreline Breakers with the lead.
Now that 3-2 has a ability to attack. You hear them say go when they start attacking. Breakers doing a great job of handling that pressure.
Yeah, great defense there, just covering the ball.
Nice look on the inside. Good feed to Tommy Doctor to end the quarter. And after one period of play, the Breakers are fired up. They lead 13-8 over Oklahoma Flame. We'll be back right after this.
When it hurts, real time it.
Welcome back to Drury University here on Golden Wednesday with our coverage of all the gold ball games. In the first quarter, the Shoreline Breakers took a 13-8 lead, and they intercept the first pass of the second quarter. Good patience from the Breakers.
Definitely probably not what Coach Bell drew up in that time out there during the break.
On the inside. In the corner, that's going to be intercepted, taken away by Micah Laird. Good look underneath for Tobin McGill, but thrown just over the top of him.
Yeah, just a little too high there. Looks like the Flame are trying to push the pace here and push the tempo up. But the Shoreline Breakers have done a really good job being patient offensively, just moving the ball until they get the shot that they want. They haven't come out, forced many shots, seeing what the defense allows them, and then taking the opportunity.
So I had a chance to look during the quarter break and see that Shoreline Breakers are from Muskegon, Michigan. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And that shot is no good from Asher Grossi. And Muskegon is right on the shores of Lake Michigan. That layup is good for Ben Doctor.
Shoreline takes the early 7-point lead, up 15-8 here.
Triple team on the inside. They're still able to get the ball into McGill, and that layup attempt is good from Laird. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, the Flame looks like they're going to try to start going inside using their height advantage, but they got to get some stops defensively as they've penetrated that 2-3 press pretty well.
That's the second straight time that Laird has read that pass out to the wing, and then that basket is good for Eli Dewey. 5 different Flame have now scored, and it's 15-12. Three-pointer on the way is going to be off the left side. No good. Great rebound from McGill as he rips down that board. Quickly the other way. Whitaker in the corner finds Dewey for 3. Air ball. Rebound ends up in the hands of Riggs.
Yeah, that would have been a big 3 there. That could have tied the game in that corner 3. Got the open look, just shot it a little short. They're staying in this 1-2-2 defense here.
On the inside, that was going to be a foul. I wasn't sure if they're going to call that on the shot, but it's on the floor.
Yeah, I think they called that on number 4.
Yep, Grossi. And platoon substitutions as all 5 Flame are going to take a seat. Bell checks back in, as does Turner, Wyatt, Whitaker. Good step-through move. Been really impressed with Ben Doctor. He now has 8 points. Got a nice interior game.
Yeah, he's finished at the basket, even with all the height that the Flame have. Good drive by Turner there through traffic. Just as soon as he caught that pass, I think he had it in his mind. He's taking it to the hole, and he got straight there.
The scoring is very evenly distributed for both teams. Both teams have at least 5 players that have scored. Not one player has dominated the game thus far. Flame upping their intensity.
Yeah, they've extended their defense out. They're starting to pressure out to the timeline now, not waiting for the offense to meet them at the 3-point line. So that's caused a little havoc this possession here for Shoreline.
And I think that's more of their game. I called their varsity game yesterday, and that certainly looks more like the Flame that we saw. And Doctor again.
Yeah, he is dominating down low. He finishes about every time he touches the ball inside the paint. You can count the 2.
And he's got double figures now. He's at 10. Bell's going to fire up a 3 from the top of the key, off on the left side. Good rebound from Carpenter.
Yeah, Bell just hasn't been able to find his shot yet. He's got a couple good looks, unable to get it to fall, but
Doctor finds a cutting Carpenter. Swing the ball around in the corner. That 3 rimmed in and out, no good for Doctor. Tommy Doctor, that is. On the far side, that 3-pointer is good for Wyatt. Lucas Wyatt gets on the scoreboard.
Good find by Bell there. He pushed the pace, gave a little head fake like he was going to pull the three. The defense shifted a little bit, one step to the right, and he just kicked it over to his buddy. Wide open three, had time, plenty of time to catch and step into that. So 2-point ball game here. The Flame are down, but they've been battling from behind the whole game. They just can't seem to get a stop that they need, or a consecutive stop from Shoreline, thanks to the prowessness of Tommy Doctor down low, because he has been a doctor in the paint.
I think Coach Hartley wanted to take that timeout for Muskegon because two things. The last couple of possessions down low, his guys have seemed to lost their man, and that's led to a couple of easy Flame points. And granted, that's in transition. It can be a little bit harder to pick up your man in transition, but great job by him, I think, just to corral his guys and say, look, we've had the lead so far. We've let them battle back in, and most of that is just defensive miscues.
Yeah.
They've lost the man for wide open threes on consecutive possessions, but they've done a great job on the offensive end against this aggressive Flame defense. They've still found ways to get Doctor down low, getting his points, and they're working that inside-outside game really well. For the Flame, their offense has been distributed really well. They have now 7 different players that have scored, and the most any player has is 4, which is Bell with 4.
Right.
So great job spreading the ball around. Any one of them is capable of putting the ball in the hoop, and we'll see how they continue to choose to attack as we come back into our second quarter play. Breakers lead 19-17.
Yeah, Flame come out of this timeout in a different defense. They're in a 1-3-1 now, and seeing if they can try to get some turnovers created. Almost got another one. They have the height and the length to step into those passing lanes. That now they're trying to use it to their advantage. Shoreline doing a really good job of being patient and just working the ball until they can find a good open shot. They haven't forced many shots this game so far.
Good inside-outside game, good ball movement. They've also done a good job of attacking right where the guards are. That shot is denied by McGill. They've done a good job of attacking with the guards.
Yes.
A lot of times you'll see players want to pass before they even get the pressure from the defense.
Yeah, one of the best ways to beat a 1-3-1 is you got to pass the ball around. Dribbling around is not going to be the best option. So you got to try to pass, and a couple cross courts to get them out of possession, because in a 1-3-1, the whole defense shifts.
That three-pointer is off on the right side. Shot no good from James Carpenter.
Once again, hustle play.
Offensive rebound leads to another chance, and that is a three-pointer from Jonathan Carpenter.
That was a deep three, too. He pulled that with confidence.
That time the ball knocked away by Carpenter. He's got a 3-on-2. He's going to take it himself with the left hand from the right side. That's no good. Rebound comes to McGill.
Yeah, I believe the height of the Flame affected that shot.
In the corner, Dewey. Now working inside to McGill. Quickly comes with a double team. Great job by the Breakers to disrupt that offensive possession. Ball will stay with the Flame. Under a minute to go in the first half.
This Shoreline Breakers coach is coming to the gym with a lot of energy this morning.
Yeah, I think he had the greatest breakfast of anybody today so far.
Yeah, he is. Looked like he has had the breakfast of champions, because he's out here trying to win a gold ball for his team.
The other thing, too, to consider, you don't want to overemphasize it, but this Flame team is playing 2 games a day at the least.
Right.
This exact roster is primarily their boys varsity as well. So after this game, they got to go play another one.
Yeah, luckily it's later this evening. Get a few hours to rest up, maybe ice down a few muscles here. But 30 seconds left in the first half. Shoreline up 22-17.
That ball worked inside the Doctor again. McGill has picked up on the fact that Doctor's going to take it every single time to the hoop.
Yeah, and he definitely has a size advantage, probably by at least a foot there inside the paint. And great job to use his body. Good ball movement by the Breakers.
Excellent ball movement, and Tommy Doctor knocks in the 3, extends the lead back to 8, 15 seconds to go in the half. The patience and ball movement working dividends for the Breakers. And you're right, Coach Hartley is acting like a 6th defender out there. Bell rims it in and out, no good, and that's how we're going to end the first half. The Shoreline Breakers and Coach Hartley are fired up for a gold ball as they lead 25-17 over the Oklahoma Flame. Second half action and much more to come after this intermission.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Welcome back to Drury University, the O'Reilly Family Event Center. Second half action of these boys 16 and under 7A gold ball game between the Oklahoma Flame and the Shoreline Breakers. First possession is going to be stolen by the Flame, and Bell is going to be rejected at the rim by Jonathan Carpenter.
Might have missed a foul there. Looked like a little bit of contact.
Three-pointer is good for Daniel Turner. He's shown that he can knock those down. He now has 5 in the game.
Once again, the Flame extending their defense, seeing if they can get some turnovers here.
Breakers have done a great job controlling the ball, showing a lot of poise under this Flame pressure.
Flame almost had a turnover there in the corner with the trap.
On the drive, in the far corner. Wow, that ball was whipped into the far corner. A no-look pass that could not end up in the hands of Doctor.
Yeah, the defense of the Flame coming out here the early third quarter caused a little havoc by the Breakers. So see if the Flames can take advantage of it and get some points off of the turnover. Scored on their first possession, a deep 3 by Turner.
Another one on the way off the back iron. No good for Turner that time. He had a good look at it. Very extended defense by the Flame. That three-pointer on the way. Too strong over the rim, and last touch by the Breakers.
Back-to-back stops for the Flames here coming out of the third quarter. So defensively, you're getting what you want, getting a couple turnovers and stops, but offensively, they weren't able to score the last possession.
Dawson Bell on the turnaround, no good off the front iron, but we have a foul on the box out that's going to keep it here. That foul is on Jonathan Carpenter. It's been a very clean game. That's only the first foul of the game for Shoreline.
Yeah, very, very clean game. Shoreline hasn't committed many fouls, played really good defense.
Good
Corner
inbounds
3.
on the corner 3 for Dewey, no good.
And the Breakers have gotten quite a few defensive rebounds here in this game. And with the limited amount of fouls is impressive.
Good look underneath the basket to Doctor, but that was knocked out of bounds by Bell. On the inbounds.
Great defense.
And a
by the
5-second
Flames.
call on the inbounds.
Yeah, good job defensively by the Flames. They just switched everything and didn't get any blue jerseys open, and eventually got the 5-second call. So they've gotten 3 stops right off the bat coming out of the break here out of halftime. Scored a 3 the first possession, unable to score the last 2. Shuffled his feet.
Going to be a traveling violation called against Dewey. Great job by the Breakers.
Yeah, if he would have just pulled it the first time after he shuffled his feet, they wouldn't have gave him the traveling. But when he chose not to shoot and then try to dribble, it was too late at that point.
So both these teams applying excellent pressure thus far. Here to start the second half. On the drive.
Another steal by the Flame.
Doctor has it knocked away. Thrown over the head of Dawson Bell.
I believe Coach Hartley over there for the Breakers is the head coach and the energy guy, because he's bringing the energy for his team over there.
Certainly doing a good job of communicating to his players in a very positive way, encouraging them on defense. And he's going to take a 30-second timeout as he's looking for ways for his players to attack this defense that Oklahoma Flame keeps switching up every now and then.
Yep. Yeah, they don't stay in the same defense the whole game, so you never know. You know, once you think you have it figured out, the next couple of possessions you come down there in a whole different defense, and then you got to change your mindset again. So great job by Coach Bell there to keep it changing They've been in a 1-3-1. They've been in a 2-1-2. They've been in a 3-2. I think they've been in a 2-3. And coming out of the break, they've been in very extended defense, picking them up at half court, trapping. So wonder after this timeout if he's going to change it up again.
And we saw that yesterday in their game that they played. They started the game in that extended trap, and the team that they were playing against easily broke it because, as we learned later, they were running the same defense, and that's what they were used to playing against in practice. So Coach Bell ended up switching them to a man defense, and they completely dominated the rest of the game. So good job by the Flame to make adjustments when they see something that's not working. That time, Bell too strong off the back iron. Got a good look at it.
Yeah, he got to the middle of the paint, wide open.
Nice look on the inside for Doctor, who lost it on the way up.
Yeah, Shoreline has been unable to get anything going here in the second half as Daniel Turner takes it coast to coast. But they just haven't been able to convert every one of these turnovers. And they've gotten quite a few here in the second half. Almost another one there, but the defense has definitely been affected the Breakers as they come away empty-handed once again. Travel again.
On the step through. That shot is good for Grossi. And just like that, it's a 1-point deficit. So in this third quarter, the Flame have outscored the Breakers 7-0. The Breakers have yet to score. They've had a couple of good looks, Doctor underneath the basket, but unable to convert. And just like that, we have a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, the size of the Flame have really affected the Breakers here in this third quarter. And as you mentioned, they've come out on a 7-0 run, and yet they're still down 1. So, you know, they were down 8 at the half. They just couldn't really get in any type of rhythm offensively in the first half. The defensive pressure from the Breakers really affected the Flame, and they seem to have figured that out defensively. They have shut out the Breakers here to start the half, but offensively they still have 3 or 4 missed opportunities on the turnovers that they've gotten. They've got the ball, pushed the pace up here, thrown it out of the bounds over the head of one of their players one time. They traveled on another one, so just not taking full advantage of getting the turnovers defensively, but the momentum has definitely switched here to the Flames side because of their defense and the way they've been playing. So let's see if they can just keep this up. You know, sometimes when you get down big and you got to exert a lot of energy to come back and you're still down 1, you know, at some point you want to, if you're going to burn yourself out trying to get back in this game.
So under 3 to play in the third quarter. Breakers looking for their first offensive basket in the third quarter. Want to remind you that we've got action over at Evangel, AG Financial Arena as well, which is on the other YouTube channel. We've got Boys 16 happening over there right now as well. Three-pointer on the way, no good, and we're going to have an offensive foul. No, we're going to have a foul on somebody.
I think number 2 on the three-point play.
They called a foul on Eli Dewey.
Yep, I think he tapped him on the leg running by. When you run out to a shooter, you just kind of tap him on the knee, try to affect a shot.
So that's going to be Alec Riggs at the line shooting 3. First free throw, no good. Was going to mention over at Evangel, the Lapeer Lakers are currently leading CHSA Wolverines 29-25.
And finally, the Breakers get on the board here in the third quarter as they crack the lid and knocks the second free throw of 3.
Two of 3 for Riggs. Still a 1-possession game, 27-24.
Still a 3-point game. 3-point lead by the Breakers.
Turner, he's been the hot hand in the third quarter, continues the onslaught.
Yeah,
he now has 7 by himself in the third.
Very good mobility there to use his body athletically and just drives to the paint and gets a good shot.
Good swarming defense, but that time we're going to have a foul on the shot. That's going to send Riggs back to the line. Turner had hit the floor, and as Riggs was going up, Turner was whistled for the foul.
Yeah, he kind of reached up while he was on the floor, seeing if he could strip the ball away, unable to do so. Sending the Breakers back to the free throw line.
No good on the first.
They're 2 for 4 here in this third quarter from the free throw line.
Second free throw on the way, and that is good. All 3 points for the Breakers in this quarter have been from the charity stripe. Lead back to 2, 28-26, under 2 to play in the third quarter. Whitaker in the corner. Far side, Laird. Baseline jumper, short off the front rim.
Yeah, if you're Flame here, you got to think I'd probably keep going to Turner. He has been the hot hand.
That three-pointer on the way, no good. Offensive rebound put back from Doctor. He had 10 points in the first half. That's his first bucket of the second. Bell knifes through the defense, lays it up with the left.
Such a smooth player Bell is. He's got the length, the arm reach, and just finishes at the paint very well.
Going the other way, Doctor on the backside is able to find the basket again. And now the Breakers starting to heat up a little bit. 4-point lead.
Yeah, it looks like they've the Breakers have figured out that defense of the Flame here. You got to wonder, are they going to try to change it up here in the next few possessions?
That foul was on Carpenter, his second.
Yeah, good drive once again by the Flame. Getting to the paint. They've got most of their points inside.
Bell's going to just take the free throw jumper, no good.
Yeah.
He's capable of hitting those.
Yeah, he's
missed several turnarounds and kind of inside the paint jumpers this game.
Yeah, he's been unable to get that mid-range going so far yet in this game.
Good look inside to Doctor, no good. Tommy Doctor on the follow, unable to put it in.
30.
Under 30 to play. Euro step Bell, no good. Offensive rebound, falling fadeaway, that's no good either, but he's going to go to the line. Foul on Ben Doctor, his first.
And once again, Bell just missing that mid-range shot there from the right at the goal. He's got the length to elevate. He's just not been able to get enough power behind the shot.
First free throw good.
3-point ball game, 21 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Second free throw good from Bell as well.
Changing the defense here. They're going full court pressure.
On the drive, they're going to call it on the floor. James Carpenter was fouled. Turner picks up his second. 13.2 seconds left. We'll see if the Breakers hold for the last shot.
I know you agree with me on this, Paul, is we do enjoy when the referees are loud and let us know what the foul is called from across the gym. It helps us know what the call is, and there's no question about it. So some of the refs have done a really good job of that throughout this tournament here that we've seen, and just like to recognize the refs. You know, we've had some really good refs so far. I haven't seen a bad ref yet.
That ball was tipped on the inbounds. Stays with the Breakers. And they're not going to be able to get a shot off. Good defense from the Flame to prevent a last-second shot in the third quarter. But we head to the fourth and final period of play. 7 minutes left to determine our gold ball winner. Right now, Breakers 32, Flame 30. 7 minutes left, 2-point game in the 7A gold ball game in this boys 16U. Three-pointer on the way, and that's the first lead of the game for the Flame as the three by Grossi sees a 33-32 advantage.
Yeah, once again, the Flame went inside out, posted Bell up on the post, and he found an open three-pointer as they sent two guys to trap Bell.
And that ball was poked away, stayed with the Breakers. Pressure from the Flame has intensified.
Yeah, they're definitely more aggressive here, extending their defense now that they have the 1-point lead.
That ball's poked away from behind. Dewey knocks it away. Laird is going to fire up a three. No good.
Probably not the shot you want in transition. You have the 2-on-1 fast break there. You probably want to see your guy take it to the hole and see if you can finish and maybe draw a foul or at least just get a bucket. And instead of pulling a deep three from the corner there.
That corner three is nothing but net. Great shot from Carpenter as he answers. Gives the Breakers the lead right back. Bell threw it off the front of the rim. Good job by the Breakers to stay solid on their defensive commitments and not commit the foul.
Good defense there by the Flames, staying in front of the defender. They just haven't been able to get consecutive buckets back-to-back here in this ball game. Shoreline being content, being a little patient here offensively till they find the good shot that they want instead of forcing the shot.
On the drive, Doctor is going to go underneath the defense, but a little too strong.
That might be the first time we've seen him miss that far close to the basket.
Bell on the drive, puts it up. That rims in and out, no good, but he's going to go to the line.
Once again, unable to get it to go is Bell. Not a lack of trying, though. He's gotten some good looks and gotten some good shots off. Just can't get them to fall right now.
And short on the free throw. Substitution for the Flame. Wyatt checks in. Laird takes a seat. And connects on the second.
Gets them back to within one.
Dangerous pass to the far side, but collected by Doctor. Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Rebound Grossi. In the corner from Bell. Nice look inside, back to Bell, and he puts it in off the backboard.
Finally got one to go. That's a great job by Bell, pushing the pace, kicking it to the corner, and then reposting while he was down there, able to finish. And they take another 1-point lead here, 4 minutes to go. It's going to be an intense 4 minutes here.
And that ball was nearly intercepted, somehow ended up back in the hands of Doctor. Shot is going to be short, but offensive rebound, that's also no good. And then Bell denies the third attempt from Tommy Doctor.
Great job to not force that three up.
Turner.
Yep, I think he took one extra step.
One of those plays where you could have potentially called a foul, called a charge, but ultimately the travel was called, which I think was the right call. Defensive player had good positioning. Offensive player didn't really barrel him over.
Right.
Just looked kind of awkward, and I think travel was the right call. So we're going to have a timeout on the floor. The Flame lead 36-35, 3:44 left to go. So, Jeremy, the Breakers have had a much more difficult time here in the second half dealing with that Flame pressure.
Yeah.
Within one, but if you're Coach Hartley, what are you telling your boys to do against this Flame defense?
Well, they're down one here. They've gotten a couple good looks off of it. You know, they do a really good job of being patient offensively, of working the ball, and wait until they find the good shot, because if they get the Flame playing a little bit over-aggressive, and if they swing the ball, they've gotten that backdoor cut quite a few times, and they found them, but here recently, the weak side defense of the Flame has been able to drop and deflect those passes. So that's been kind of the difference right now here in this second half is the Flame have been a little bit more active defensively. And I think here if you're the Breakers, what you want to try to do is probably going to run your offense and see if you can get one of those backdoor cuts, probably with Doctor, because he's been a doctor in the paint here most of this game. Not so much here in the second quarter, as they've kind of limited him in the second quarter, but you got to figure you still got to go to him because he's been the hot hand for most of the game for the Breakers.
Out of the timeout. Breakers have possession.
So the Flame are not trapping their defense anymore. They're just sticking with a straight 2-3 zone.
I like that decision from Coach Bell. I'm sure the Breakers spent the entire timeout figuring out how to attack that defense, only for them to switch it up out of the timeout.
Yep. They got the weak side, the Doctor, but Flame was able to get a weak side guy over to tip that and block the shot.
Game of adjustments, and the Flame have adjusted to Doctor here in the second half. Inside that time.
Back
Nice
to
look.
Doctor. Yeah, he does a good job of finding that spot on the block that gets him open.
And he's got 16 in the game. Bell on the baseline, working the post against Carpenter. Had the ball knocked away, ultimately stripped away.
Yeah, if you're going to try to post up Bell there in the corner, that wing guy's got to flash further higher to the top because he left him too close where his man could just drop down and double down on Bell.
Good patience from Tommy Doctor. Could have taken that three-pointer instead. Waits patiently. Dewey slips through on the backside. Thrown over the head of Turner.
A little too high. Got the steal they wanted, but once again, come down and turn the ball over.
Critical possessions now as we approach the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter. On the drive, and that's going to be a blocking foul and one. They're going to call that foul on Turner. I thought at first it looked like Turner had the position. I don't know if he was within the restricted circle or if that matters at the high school level. But
high school level, it doesn't matter. There's no restricted circle in the high school level. I thought he was there with both feet. But I was a little bit blocked by the referee in front of me. So now they go up 4. Flame down 4. Couple bad turnovers here in the fourth quarter by the Flame. Just unable to corral the ball.
Inside to Bell. Loses it out of bounds, but they're going to say last touch by the Breakers.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of dropping their guards down whenever the Flame get the ball in the post and sending backside help.
That ball's knocked away. Doctor steals it. He's working against Turner. Lost the possession on the way up.
I believe that should have been called a travel.
Unless they said it was touched. And on the drive, Carpenter had it knocked out of bounds, but will stay with the Breakers, 148. Good job by Shoreline to continue to stay aggressive. And we've got a full timeout on the floor, so we'll take a brief intermission. 148 left to go. Breakers up 4. Back for the last 148 right after this. 1:48 left to play for a gold ball in the boys 16U 7A. Breakers, 4-point lead. Minute 45 to go. Can they pull it out against the Oklahoma Flame? Carpenter on the handle, drives to his left, puts it up, and puts it in. James Carpenter has come up huge in this fourth quarter. That's 5 points for him, and that extends the lead to 6 for the Breakers.
Yeah, that's definitely not what Coach Bell drew up defensively coming out of that timeout, is giving up a wide open layup.
Dawson Bell, three-pointer short. Turner gets the long rebound. He's going to drive to his left, have that poked away, and that's going to be a turnover. Ball ends up in the hands of Jonathan Carpenter. Oh, the defense splits wide open, and that's going to be a layup for James Carpenter, who has completely taken over this fourth quarter. Turner's going to fire up a three, and that's good. Big shot for the Flame to answer back. Under a minute to play, still a 5-point lead. Tommy Doctor, or excuse me, that was Ben Doctor. Carpenter again, and he's going to be fouled. Carpenter's aggressiveness has been the difference here in the fourth quarter. He's going to go to the free throw line, shooting 2.
Yeah, he's kind of taken over these last 2 minutes. Just, you know, the Flame probably thought he was just going to try to dribble out the clock, and he's taken it to the hole like 3 straight possessions. And, you know, I like to see that from a team because the whole game, you know, you're not used to really just holding the ball, playing stall ball. So just play your style of ball and just keep going to the basket. You've seen openings all night of that defense for the Flame, and he's taking advantage of it here late.
He knocks in both free throws, as icy as Lake Michigan right now, as he is closing out this game for the Shoreline Breakers. On the drive, cross-court pass in the corner. Laird's three is blocked. Ooh, dangerous pass. Stolen by Turner, but not before he stepped on the baseline. End result was about the same because that was an air ball on the three-point attempt. But 7-point lead, 20 seconds to go. Full court press for the Flame. Carpenter lost it out of bounds. It will go back to the Flame. Running a little short on time. 3-possession game, 17.2 seconds left. Asher Grossi is checking in. Turner's going to take a seat.
Yeah, I don't believe there's enough time left for the Flame.
And they're playing the three-point line deeply, and that's going to be no good from Dawson Bell. Good trapping defense, but we're going to have a foul, and they're going to call that on Grossi. That's his second, and not quite enough for team. That's the third team foul on the Flame. Good job by the Breakers to get the ball out ahead, and they may not choose to foul, and that's going to do it. Your Shoreline Breakers are your boys 16U 7A gold ball champions. Congratulations to the team from Muskegon, Michigan. Hope I'm saying that right. But on behalf of Jeremy Caldwell, my name is Paul Gilmore. We want to thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Coming up next, we've got MHEA versus Bluegrass Blazers.